Whoa, Cricket Junkie. Whoa, Cricket Junkie.
Hi Cricket Junkies, it's Tracy. I wanted to share an album I created using a tutorial from Kathy King, the Mr. Benjamin tutorial. And I guess the reason she calls this book Mr. Benjamin is because it holds 100 pictures. So what I did for my book is I created a Christmas album. And let me start here. Let me start with the paper. I ended up using 3 different paper lines for this book because it does take a lot of paper. Let's see. So the first one I used was Christmas Time by Cartabella. And then I used some graphic 45, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, which is my cover. And then I used North Pole Production. And I don't know who this paper is by. I found this paper on clearance for like $6 at Hobby Lobby last year. So it was just in my stash, so I just grabbed it. And then for my spine, I used, there is like this, it's sort of like burlap, but it's not. I found this at Michael's, and this is what it looks like. On the back, it looks like it's plastic or some type of plastic, but it holds up very well and it cuts easy. And you can also stain this if you wanted to. You can use some Tim Holtz stain, or you can use ink if you need to. So I used that for my spine, and this is what my spine looks like. And then the back, I kept the back pretty simple. And then this ribbon is from Hobby Lobby. Now for my closure, I attempted to add a closure to this book, but the book is so large, I haven't glued it down yet. So if you look at the back, see, I haven't glued it down yet. And reason being is because it's so large, and by the time I put the pictures in, I'm afraid it's probably going to look like this, and my closure is, I'm going to have to measure it to secure it. So I'm going to wait till I put the pictures in before I actually secure the closure. But what I did was I left a little piece here, and you can see here's the magnet, which goes with the closure. Here's the closure. So the magnet goes there. I may, if I have to make a new one, I will, and I may end up moving this magnet back. But here's my tape here. So once I'm done, I'll just pull the tape off and glue it down. So that's what I did for that. And then for the closure, I used my sewing machine. I whipped out my sewing machine from probably 2010 that I haven't used in probably since the first day I got it. So I did that, and then I sewed a button on. So, because I wanted to be kind of simple, but I also wanted to have a closure because I know it's going to be a lot of pictures in here, and I need to be able to close it. Now, so for my inside, I followed her tutorial to the T. I didn't stray any. I think I made 1 or 2 adjustments, but not very many. So this is the first page, and this is a magnet closure. So when you open this, and this is where you have tags and pictures. I didn't make a lot of tags because it's kind of full right now, so I'm kind of waiting to see once I put all the pictures in. But I did make this one tag, and this was from the North Pole production paper. And then here's a picture on the back. You can put a picture there. And then these tags here, I just cut these out from the Cartabella paper, and I think I'll use these for journaling. Now this flap here, and if you see some of these other books, a lot of people leave the flaps blank with the card, just the black cardstock, and I wanted to do something different. So what I did was I created a template. Here's my template, and I just cut the paper out and covered it because I really didn't like the black. It just looked incomplete to me, and that, again, that's just me. Everybody's different. And then this closes like that, and then here's my first page, and this I just cut out from the Cartabella paper. And I put a few embellishments in here, but this book, you don't have a lot of room for bulky embellishments. So what I found was, I was at Tuesday Morning, and I saw this Ephemera Pack from Pebbles, so I got that, and it's just paper, but it works good in this book. And then there was a lot of options here. Look at this. And this was $1.49. Can't beat that. So I ended up using this throughout the book because you can't put a lot of embellishments in here, a lot of bulk. And I pretty much let the paper, you know, do its thing and not add a lot. And then here's a tag. So this tag I used from Graphic 45, and then you put a picture in the back. Now throughout this book, you'll see I have this is like a clear. It's called Glimmer Glass by Tattered Angels, and here it is. This is what it is, and it's flocked tabs. And I got this at Tuesday Morning as well for $3.99, and this is what they look like. And they're tags, but it's just like just a little glimmer on there, flocked. It's pretty cute, pretty simple. So I just attach those to my tags. Then here's another tag with the camera on there. So I'll just put pictures on. Now this page, there should have been a pocket. Well, I didn't add the pocket because I have a letter that my grandson wrote to Santa, so I wanted to put that here. So I didn't add the pocket, so I left that page blank. And then there's pictures. And I love this paper. I thought this was so cute, so I didn't add anything here. No photo or anything, so I'll just leave that blank. And even if you do that with this book, there are so many tags and pages, you still have a lot of room for at least 100 pictures. And this paper here is from the North Pole. And like I said, I just mixed and matched the paper. And then here's tags. Here's another one, and this one says favorite. Is Pet a Reindeer, Meet a Elf. I thought that was cute. And this was from the North Pole paper. And then this tag I created on my Cricut, and then just created the topper. So I did 2 of those. And this was the paper from the North Pole production. So I just cut it and measured it so that it looks like it's one piece, but once you put the tag in, it's not. And then I put the bow here because I like to have a little something to pull my tags out with. So I'll usually put a bow or a button or a brad or something. And then here's more pictures. And again, here's another page. I left this one blank. You can also put a 5x7 here as well. And some of the paper I just repeated. And then this is the Ephemera Pack from Tuesday Morning. And some of the pages I like the paper, and then some of them I needed to jazz it up a little bit. And then here's again another tag. And then here's 2 more tags. And then here is a picture, and this is it's not quite 5x7. It's like 4.5 by 5.25 or something. Really odd size. Now this is what I originally started to use. Let me show you that. That is the chipboard accents from Echo Park Christmas chair, and I had this in my stash, but as I started playing with it, I'm like, this is not going to work because eventually, like I said before, it's going to be too much bulk. But I made it where you can still put a picture in here, but I decided not to use that, and then that's when I found the ephemera, because it's just going to bulk it up. But I like this. This actually came out cute. And then for this page, instead of leaving this page blank, actually instead of leaving this page blank, I put a belly band here because I had this paper from North Pole production, and I thought that was really cute. And then I just made some tags. And the tags, these 2 tags I made using the envelope punch board. Real simple and easy. And then more 4x6s. And then I like this paper, so I just left that as my cover on this page. And he's cute. And that's from the Ephemera Pack. Same thing, that's from the Ephemera Pack. I thought that went well with this paper. And then here's another tag with the flocked. And then this was a tag from the Cartabella paper. And then here's two more tags that I made in the Cricut. And that's what the back looks like. And then again, I put the button here so that you can pull it out. And then this. And I love this paper. I thought this was so cute. And then here's another. And then it's just a little epoxy sticker that I had. I just stuck that on there. And then this is the back for that one. And I made this one as well on my Cricut, this tag here. More 4x6. I love this paper, so I left this blank. And these are probably 4 by 4.5. So I wanted to do different sizes. And that's the beauty with this book, is you can kind of switch your sizes up if you want to. You have a lot of options, even as far as orientation. You know, you can change it portrait or landscape, and that's what I liked about it. And these back here are pretty simple, just the paper. I kind of, like I said, let the paper do the work. And I like this paper here. This was from the Graphic 45. And then here's another page with the tags. So I made this tag with the envelope punch board. And then here's the two tags that I did on the Cricut. And then I just put buttons on here to pull it out. And if you look on the back, it's just red. Again, real simple, real easy. Tutorial was really easy to follow. And then this page, this was a Graphic 45 paper. If you pull this out. And then this one I just broke it up a little bit. I think these are like 3.5 by 3 by 3. And I left that page blank. Then I put strips here. As I started getting towards the back, it seems like, I don't know if my cut was off but it was too much black showing, so I had to come up with a different, I didn't like it, so I ended up putting this paper here, which I thought actually turned out cute. And then this one, and this was a little snowman from the North Pole production, and then this was from the Graphic 45. So you can mix and match. I mean, it just depends on your taste and what you like. And then this, oh, this is a picture of my daughter and my grandsons. So this, I'm just using this to test. I use this, and you can still slide your picture under. There you go. And then here's another for a picture. Happy holidays. Now this tag, I made this tag a little larger. And then there's two on the back. So this is actually a 5x7 because I had a really nice 5x7 picture that I wanted to use this for with the kids with Santa, my grandsons with Santa. So I wanted to use that. So then that just fits perfect in here. And then if you change this over, I like this paper too. This was the Cartabella paper. So on this tag, I did this tag with my Cricut, but I didn't put a button or anything on it because if you see here, the bird is right there, and I thought he was so cute, so I didn't want to cover it up. So I just left it. And then here's another page, and this was a tag, and I think I'm gonna use this for journaling. This is a tag from the Graphic 45 paper, and this was Graphic 45. And here's more, and I think this was like a 4 by 4.5. And then this is the back. So if you open this, so what I did with this one, let me move this over. What I did with this, I think these are 3 by 3. And then if you open this was one sheet of paper. So I just cut it and made a layout, and then just used my template for these two pieces here to make it blend. And this is how I came out. It's really cute. So I'll probably put some pictures in it. I'm not sure yet, but it came out nice. And then you just close this, and close this, and then that's your back. So I did the back and the front, the same paper to keep it consistent. But overall, this was a really nice tutorial, real easy to follow. It didn't take me long at all. It took me longer to make the tags, I think, than anything. And I still have a lot of tags that I haven't put in the book yet. And then trying to piece the paper line together too. That was another project for me, because I was trying not to buy paper, so I was just trying to work with what I had in my stash. So this is what I came up with that was in my stash. And I think it came out cute. So once I put my pictures, I actually have about 120 pictures right now to put in here. So I actually have the tutorial loaded on my computer again. I think I was going to start, oh no, the Mr. Grant. I want to do the Mr. Grant because the tutorial for the Mr. Benjamin, she gave you Mr. Grant as well. So I'm going to, the measurements for Mr. Grant, so I'm going to start Mr. Grant pretty soon. I don't know what I'll use it for, but I don't know. I want to start it. But this was a fun book, and it came out really nice. So, and again, once I figure this out, okay. So that is my Mr. Benjamin album. And thank you, Kathy, for this was a good tutorial, and it was really, really easy to follow. So if you're just starting to make mini albums, especially following tutorials, sometimes it can be confusing with the measurements. This is an easy book to start with. Alright, so I hope you enjoy. If you like, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, or leave a message. I love to hear comments. I always try to comment back or send you some love. Thank you, and have a good day. Bye.